Welcome everybody to Blerdlines. This is your man Cam. With me as always is
Big Josh.
And we are here to talk about Star Trek Starfleet Academy. See, I got it right.
Look at you.
First take, I would say for myself, a lot better than I thought it was going to be. I got a good whiff of that Dawson's Creek, One Tree Hill, the OC, Melrose Place type of, because all the covers were very just like, hey, look, pretty people laying in the grass and they're all cool. Like, what are we doing? This is not Star
I hated
Trek.
that photo shoot. I really did.
It just didn't give you confidence that this was a Star Trek show. And so I would say I came in a little more cautious. And I think for me, it was like almost every other episode was like one for us, the Trekkies, one for the normies. And it kept bouncing between that for good and for bad. Because one, the cast, I would say, is a super attractive cast. Like, they just a little too hot. Like, I mean, you got sexy Klingon, you got random fish boy, you got some really hot chick over here. Like, what are we doing? Like, normally we got one or two hot chicks, and then we'll have a regular people. But this was everyone.
Right. This was just all beautiful.
Yeah,
all beautifully polished young
100%. That kind of turned me off a little bit on the show itself because it just didn't feel like a Star Trek show. But to their credit, their supporting cast, aka the adults, were amazing. Every single adult, every single veteran actor that's on this show murdered it. Like, and every scene that they came in, they 100% stole the show. They were super funny. They had good bits, but they added the level of gravity that I think the show needed, because if it was just powered by the youth, it would not work.
In particular, Paul Giamatti. Good God, like, he's only in 3 episodes, and it's like, first episode, you're like, oh, you get kind of like a Mud kind of feel to his character. That he's going to be sort of like a goofy foil. And then in the second episode, man, that speech that he delivers at the end where he's talking to Captain Ake, and he's like, yo, you gave me purpose. Like, before we met, I didn't really have like a reason to be the way that I am. And now, oh, son, it is on every time I see you, lady. It is on and popping. You really just don't like his character after that.
Yeah.
The only complaint that I have as far as he's concerned is that I wish there was more Noose Baraka in the show. Like, his character was just gold every time he was on the screen.
There's a really good moment where I was like, okay, things are a little too happy. Like, good looking rebel boy, he's already like happy. He got his girl, things is going good. Everyone's happy. They're all going through, hey, we're in class and just joking around. And then when he shows up, boom, it blows up everything and there's real stakes. He brought a good level of balance where, like, I think that if they had someone of a lesser caliber in terms of a main antagonist, it would have just been boring. But every time he shows up, he's putting his foot into everything. He's like, I literally hate all of you. And I want you to know this multiple times. And I will show that over and over again. And I think he did a good job of just scene stealing, and his connection with Locke, and they're just like button heads. And I like that there's like half respect, half and like I despise. And I'm glad that he does that level. And they don't make him a dumb antagonist either, which is good.
No.
Like they really make him a smart and cunning person, and it really balances out what the Federation is trying to do. And when he comes in, he really does upend things. And so it gives you a good sense that here's the Federation and kind of in its diminished form trying to get bigger, and then here's another force breaking that as much as he can. By the end of the series, you enjoy all the cast. Like, I think there's there's no one where I was like, ugh, like even in Discovery, there's people I still don't know. Black Guy number 1, Black Guy number 2, random ass Android girl. Like, I still give them those nicknames because I don't know who they are and I don't care. But in this one, I actually did.
I nerd out, so I know their names, but like I had to really work to remember their names.
Exactly. Where this one, they gave ample time to the main cast to give you. And then I would say to further the supporting cast, the adults and stuff, like Tig Notaro, I'm so glad that they let her just be her. And just be in Star Trek, because she's so much fun. She's well worth it. I'm glad that they've figured out a way to keep her integrated in anything that they're doing going forward, because she's super dope. She always steals all the scenes, and she's like a much grounded, needed character for a lot of this stuff that's going on, which is dope.
I would say I didn't really have that many complaints about the show. They didn't do the thing that I was worried they were going to do, which was be ham-handed with the memorial things and the throwbacks to original series and next gen era characters. I was worried like how they were going to work in them being in peril and them being in danger, and they leaned all the way into that shit and killed one of the cadets. So that was an interesting choice that I did not foresee at all.
The digs on it, which was interesting to me, was always funny. Was gay Klingon was always one. Captain Ake
Which is
with no shoes on all the time, which is hilarious. And
right.
honestly, what I liked about Holly Hunter's performance, I don't think I've ever seen her in this a positive light in any.
No,
she out here just bubbling and cracking joke. Like she has never been that in any role I've seen. So for me, I was just like, yo, I've never seen her act in this type of a role, which I
and
thought
it's fun.
And it was fun. And I think that's my takeaway from the pool of the cynical part is that like all the veteran actors had fun doing this. When you can tell that the actor is having fun, it makes the show better.
Absolutely.
Now with the Star Trek pieces of it, is it a Star Trek show? I'm like, yeah, I would say a good solid half the episodes are pure Star Trek. Then there's a couple
100%.
episodes that are some, more kiddie, like teen angsty type situations, insecurities, blah, 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 blah.
The prank episode is a personal favorite. Mostly because that was me in high school. Like if you violate it, I would find a way to embarrass you. So that spoke to me.
The detractors of it have a very specific notion of what they think Star Trek is. And
yes,
when they saw it they were like, no. I personally enjoy the flex of where Star Trek has been going. Like whether I like it or not, I just like that they're trying to do something. I don't need original Star Trek retread now,
So you don't think it's woke?
I will say the one problem in Hollywood in general is they don't do a good job of trying to introduce modern themes into their fiction. And so when they do it overhandedly type of thing. Do we need a gay Klingon that wears dresses in Star Trek? Probably not. Does it distract from the show when you're watching it? It doesn't at all. Like,
no. And
that to me is a success. That's part of his character and it works. And then that's about it. So for me, it didn't really see quote unquote wokeness or whatever. Tig Notaro, who is a lesbian woman, and that they have that in this show as well, but it's subtle and it works, but it still fits, right? So my thing is, it's like when people say something's woke or whatever, there is a level of representation and all that. But my thing is, does it add to your story? Does it take away from it? Does it add the narrative and the plot? And if it adds to it and doesn't take away, cool, do what you want to do.
To make it clear, that's what you mean when you say you didn't necessarily need his character.
Yes.
It's not that you didn't need a gay character. It's not that you didn't need a Klingon character. It's just in what ways is it going to add or subtract from the story. So I want to make that clear so that it doesn't sound like you're just tossing off the fact that he's gay and
exactly.
No, we didn't know. I didn't want him in there.
Yeah, and then what ends up happening is you just get the headlines and then you don't actually watch it because like the Klingon episode was really dope. It showed exactly his character, how he looks at it, what he believes, what informed his choices, and it showed the full flesh of the character. Great, did a great job. It makes perfect sense for why the character is the way it is and how he fits into the cast. I thought that was done really, really well. And so my mind is like, yo, you can put anything you want in a story, but make sure it makes sense for your actual story and your plot. If it's just there just to be there, then that's the part that everyone's mad about. But if it's there that adds to your stuff, freaking awesome. So I think that's that part where it gets a little bit unfair of a critique for that part of it. And it's more fair to critique it on other aspects of it, right? I would say on a scale of 0 to will Professor D watch this, I give it a very strong 7. 7.5.
I co-sign that. Solid 7.5.
Yeah,
not an 8.
There's a lot of plot things and writing that could have done it to push it to that 8 level. And it did have some bright spots in terms of like the Cisco episode. The 2-part finale was really good. Like again, when it was Star Trek, it was really good Star Trek.
I would easily do a season 2 without even thinking about it. Looking forward to it.
We might not be on the popular part of it where we're thinking it's actually not that bad, but we'll see how everyone else talks about it. Let us know in the comments. And yeah, man, we out.
We strive to not be on the popular part of it.